Hey, the Southside Johnny Band is our house band. They're back. We'll check back in with them throughout the morning here at Big 550 KTRS. We'd like to welcome the TV audience on KPLR Channel 11.2 for the 9 o'clock hour. That's Channel 187 on your Charter Communications, or over the air 11.2 with your HD antenna. By the way, STLtoday.com, go to the Opinion tab page. KTRS.com, go to the Opinion tab page. You can download our app. Or you can watch us the old-fashioned way, or listen to us the old-fashioned way, on 550 on your AM dial. Ladies and gentlemen, a good friend of the show, Mr. Walter Knoll III. Walter, welcome back, Big 550 KTRS.
Thank you, McGraw. Great to be here.
We'll get to you and your TV, being a TV star here in a second, but Valentine's Day is coming up here.
Yeah, Valentine's Day is a week from Saturday,
yes.
And most people are ordering for at work on Friday. So,
oh, yeah, smart.
So really, Friday is the big day. And, we like to encourage people to order early and make sure their stuff gets on the truck and gets there early.
If just happenstance, if somebody happens to go to WKF.com and order Valentine's Day flowers, any special deal that you got going on?
Well, some of the special stuff we have a package of chocolate-dipped strawberries from the Blue Owl that they can add to it.
Oh, nice.
They actually make them at about 3 o'clock in the morning the day we're going to deliver them. We have to call that order in at midnight. They make them, they deliver to us at about 4:30, and they go right out on the trucks. So that's a really special offering this year.
How about, recently I sent tulips through Walter Knoll. They arrived very well, thank you very much. Do people send tulips for Valentine's Day or just flowers?
No, people send tulips all the time.
Okay, good.
Tulips are really a winter flower. They come into their own around November, and it gets to be a little too warm for them around May.
Right.
So we're right in the middle of them. They all come from Holland. Tulips are an unusual flower because they're kind of wild. They keep growing, and you really kind of corral them. So
Okay,
they have a personality.
So if you send tulips to a lady or a gentleman, because let's not be sexist here, women can certainly send flowers to men for Valentine's Day. Tulips is an acceptable flower of choice.
Absolutely. Tulips are the #2 flower that goes. So red roses #1, and red tulips. Then we have colored tulips and colored roses.
All right, WKF.com, 1-800-341-ROSE, and 8 locations around the St. Louis metropolitan area?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so go in and bring home a fistful of flowers. That always works, doesn't it?
It does.
Okay. All right, now, you have brought with you here Eric Light. Eric Light, you're a television producer?
Yes, I am.
And you think there is a reality show inside Walter Knoll Florist?
Yeah, I think Walter Knoll Florist offers very colorful characters. Wally and Chuck invited us in to film there, and we discovered some real funny, fanatical people. We also filmed at other locations to put together this trailer for Bloomtown, which is a web series that's featuring the horticulture industry and the people who kind of live it and love it.
Right.
All the way to the end consumer.
So they came to you, Walter, and said, we want to put you guys on TV?
That's what they said. And, we've watched all these reality shows over the years, and we have as much drama that goes by as any of them. We got 8 adult family members. We got our kids in there now, about 120 employees downtown. So many of them are characters.
Right, yeah. And so where are we with the show?
Well, we've just finished a trailer, which is up online at bloomtown.tv.
Right.
And we're also, we launched a Kickstarter campaign, so we're trying to raise some funding for the first 3 episodes of Bloomtown.
Right.
We're actually going to be filming over Valentine's Day, which Wally can probably, attest to the madness that goes on there. So that should be some very interesting footage. What's your deliveries go from a couple hundred to?
Well, we do about 300 deliveries a day, and for Valentine's Day, we'll do in the 3,000 range each day.
Now, how hard is it as a business owner to invite the cameras in, because they're going to see some warts in which you wouldn't necessarily want people to see, right?
The warts are there. We're human. We do what we can. We're completely open to the public anyway. We all know that the #1 thing we have to project is that we're friendly and we care about the customer. So we do our part that pervades everything that we do.
Right. Yeah. So any ground rules? I mean, how did you get from shooting the trailer? I mean, what are you looking for? Because as an experienced reality show watcher, some of this is, they say, contrived drama and fake drama. I can't imagine.
Haven't seen it yet, but
Yeah.
the only rule that we have is they have a drone they like to fly around, and they can't fly that through the store anymore. They just knock things off the table.
That would not do well with the flowers.
No.
We've tried it, and his rule is based on that first attempt.
Yeah.
So.
What was it about? What was it about this? Were you looking for a florist? Was it the company? Was it the family?
It was mostly the horticulture industry. You know, there's a story to tell there. We were trying to bring awareness to the horticulture industry and kind of gently nudge the indoor types away from their devices and out into a garden or flower shop somewhere.
Yeah.
And we thought Stephanie Winslow was partnering on the project. She's in the floral industry, and we talked about it and thought, you know, the best way to nudge people out is to entertain them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to be interested in what we're talking about unless they're interested in who we're talking about.
Right.
So this isn't your typical how-to gardening series. This is going to be very funny.
Right.
It's you know, these are knowledgeable people.
Because there's nothing not funny about the Knoll family. I mean, they're all a bunch of comedians.
I didn't have an idea when we walked in there and first met them,
Right.
but they're
the nicest people in the world.
They're
certifiably nice.
They're everything up to this point. They're everything that they appear to be,
Right.
And they're very into what they do,
Right.
And but there's characters everywhere you turn,
Right.
in that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from our standpoint, the flower industry is facing more competition than it ever has. And we want to do our part to make people aware of floriculture, the people that are passionate in the industry, and we feel that the tide will raise all ships. So we think it's good for all people in the floriculture industry to have more awareness.
Yeah, you've given me a tour of a number of different places, and I find it fascinating because the whole business of flowers and how it works and how you get them in and how you want the best of the best.
Fair amount of science.
Yeah, I mean, it's science and technology and art form all sort of rolled into one, really, when you get right down to it.
Well, we try to do, in our business, we try to do everything well, and we strive to constantly improve. And so whether it's how long the flowers last or how they smell or how the interaction on the telephone takes place, you know, we review that, and we're always trying to make it a little better.
Yeah, okay, good. All right, so what do we need to know? What do we need to find out?
Well, you know, stay tuned to bloomtown.tv. We're pretty much searchable on YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, just by Bloomtown TV.
Okay, so we can go online. We'll post it and tweet it out and Facebook it out.
Absolutely.
But it's the trailer. It's
Right.
the tease, if you will, for the show.
Right.
And then Kickstarter. You guys are looking for funds on Kickstarter.
We are on Kickstarter. Campaign just began.
Okay.
So we're looking for some funding to get some full-length episodes produced.
Yeah. Why don't you do a reality show, a dating show, where you give roses as like the way for the guy to like tell the girl she's going to stay through to the next round? That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea.
That would actually work, I think. Right?
We think so.
I think you should do one with tulips as opposed to roses. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Kickstarter.com to find out more. Go to YouTube, and it's Bloomtown TV. Bloomtown.tv. And then Walter Knoll, for all of your floral needs, Valentine's Day coming up, WKF.com, 1-800-341-ROSE, or visit one of the 8 locations around the St. Louis metropolitan area. My home, Walter Knoll, is out there